The actual society or the idealistic utopian society? What do you think? Like that.
I was asking the same question.
Oh really? So you can have to.
When he was going through his presentation, I looked in the internet and it said that 10 crore people of Bangladesh live in rural areas. So in rural areas, you will get often engineer mothers, doctor mothers, or a mother working in an industrial area or a professional area. You would rather see her working in household things. So isn't it for a kid like who is of 5 years, isn't the intention of the author is to connect him with the book rather than giving him ideologies or something? Because a kid won't really understand the ideological part. And while we go in the higher classes, as we have seen that HSC books portray 55.6% women, positively and working women, and photos of women there. So isn't that the curriculum board maybe is thinking that, okay, the kids maybe they should be more educated with the familiar ideas and then the ideologies.
Can I comment on that? I understand what you're saying. I mean, portraying something that they're already familiar with will help them understand it better and relate to it better. But until and unless you give them a new idea, that idea will not be implanted into them. So these textbooks can actually help the future generation start thinking differently and bring about the change. And that's what we're talking about, right?
Exactly. That's a very good point. That you have to introduce them things, not the stereotypical thing, but something like Miri was saying that things that they're not exactly experiencing, but then they may have to know exist, so that they can then familiarize themselves and be conscious of another world that exists beyond their own limited world. So
I would like to actually add with my mathematics because SDG 5 we are talking about, from which our conference is basing on. Is SDG 5 a social representation? It's not, it's a vision. We have to work for the vision, and for the vision we have to envision things and we have to show it to others. Otherwise there won't be a progress. If the rural kid doesn't have an engineer mother, it's because he is not even thinking that job for his mother. But when you are actually serving it to him, he might think, okay, my mother might have that potentiality, or potential.
So I'll allow
Yes.
I'll help my wife become.
But
or
that's
my
the
daughter,
situation.
my sister, my daughter. my
Exactly.
wife.
So it's like putting the seed.
Sowing the seed
Exactly.
for-
I was also talking about that very thing. I don't want to make them familiarize with what is happening around them. I want to make them a change. Because when the NCTP or you are thinking the authority is putting the similarity or equality in the HSC textbooks, I think it's already too late. Because back in his or her mind, it is that after work I have to cook food still. After the office I have to clean my house. But it's not. The male counterpart can do it as well. So if it does not grow inside them from the very beginning, if their structures are already set up, you cannot really make a significant change later.